Day 2 arrived, we jumped in the Toad, headed up to Lookout Mountain for a history lesson of Chattanooga. We arrived at the Incline Railway and met Matthew, the general manager, and he got to give us some great info about this really historic ride up to Lookout Mountain.
You're here at America's most amazing mile, which is the Lookout Mountain Incline Railway. And you're about to experience a grade of track at 72.7%. And it is the steepest railway in the world.
It's tough to get out at the bottom because you're slanted back so far.
It's actually perfect for me because you know when I take pictures, it's always kind of leaning to the left.
The incline itself is actually built on an 18-degree angle. So that way, when you're down here at the lower station, you're somewhat at a reclined position, so that way, when you get to the top of the mountain, you're not falling out of your seats. The incline is actually 125 years old. It was mainly designed to transport people up and down the mountain. It was just the quickest way to get up and down the mountain.
Oh, there goes another one. Oh, how cool!
That's neat.
That's neat.
Very cool.
Ride takes you 10 minutes. You will actually go through 3 different towns. The town down here is called St. Elmo, and you're in Chattanooga now. As you go up, you will go through the National Park Service, and then once you get to the top, you'll be in the town or city of Lookout Mountain. I think I am a part of history. I have contributed a lot of different things to the incline in my 30-some-odd year tenure here.
You kind of want to lean forward. Oh my gosh, this is so sweet.
Look at the view. This is insane. It's a slow motion roller coaster, really. You hook in when you're laying back like this, and then by the time you're up at the top, you're sitting up straight. You have to get out of your seat. You're almost leaning forward, and you have to walk up the stairs. Wow,
Whoa.
that's right.
Don't lean too far
Talk
down.
about incline, here we go. Thank you, Gabe. It's a short walk from the station down here to Point Park. We got to meet Ranger Jim. It's very cool that the National Park Service has taken over this area and turned the battlefield into a memorial. Can't wait to see it.
Let's go. Well, let's go in, have a look.
Fantastic. Wow.
Gorgeous. Well, you're here on the Lookout Mountain battlefield right now. It's one of the several battles fought for control of the city of Chattanooga in the late summer of 1863. Chattanooga is the doorway, gateway, passageway through the mountains to the Confederate heartland in central Georgia. The Union Army wants to gain control of the Chattanooga area so that they can then push an army on into Georgia. Famously, this will be Sherman's March across Georgia in 1864. The New York Central Memorial, or what is commonly called the New York Peace Monument today, stands in Point Park as a symbol of the reconciliation and reunification that veterans of both sides agreed to, and as a show for the world as the United States stepped out onto the world stage in the 1890s.
I had a much greater appreciation for what went down here at Point Park after learning the history from Ranger Jim.
The National Park is really nice up here. It's definitely a tribute to the history of this area.
I think Ranger Jim might be my new best friend. I'm gonna keep him on speed dial so I can dial him up and have any questions about it again. I have a whole different perspective of the Civil War and what went on here in Chattanooga.
It was a really incredible talk with Ranger Jim. I learned a lot. And down there is tomorrow, the Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Fantastic. Are you ready to hit the incline?
Yeah, let's go.
You know, this gives you a perspective of how our cities grew, how our communities grew. Our history of our country is not always pretty, but it's necessary to know why things happened.